this brings out Nigeria will still question it, no matter what it is. Even if I have to go have 20 Leo Messi, they will say, why 20 Leo Messi? So I don't even want to talk about this. This is what I want. This is what I think is going to make Nigerians proud. These are the players that I think they want to do their nation proud. They want to be, they want to do themselves proud also, and that's it. Their biggest quality is being together. They're fighting for one another. I'm beginning to see a little bit of what we had in 1994 in the team now. It's coming gradually, and you see, I'm beginning to see them now speak the truth to themselves in the dressing room. They don't have that before, but now it's coming up, and which is great. You know, hey, oh boy, if you don't want to play, tell coach you don't want to play. We will not come here to, you know. And that's how it is. When we were playing, we talk to ourselves. Coach, make judges sit down. No one will dribble here. This match not to go on, you know. And that's the gospel truth, because we're not there to, you know. But if you're ready to give us what we want as a team, as players, not as for the coach, but, you know, then no problem.
So that's a Super Eagles coach, Stephen Kesh, emphasizing on the need to play as a team.
Yeah.
And then Tayo, he says the biggest quality he can see in this team is that they want to play together and fight as a team.
Yeah, that would be very key, Austin. He says something about the USA 94 team as well. So we have to be very honest. In terms of quality, this team compared to that team, the difference is very clear. We had players there that were number ones in all their positions, almost all their positions going into the World Cup. So, like you said, this team basically they have to actually bond together. They have to play as a team, and they have to be very focused on the assignment. At times, it has to be a team-oriented performance, not an individual one. We've seen why some players have dropped out already for this particular reason. Ike Uche, to be exact. You know, so hopefully the Spikes can actually just go to the World Cup, and against Iran, that will be very key, and they should just put on a very good performance.
I loved it when he said that the team, they're now truthful to themselves, and if you don't want to play, they know you don't want to play, they just go straight and say, tell the coach you don't want to play. That, to an extent, can explain why you can't find some players in the
amazing stuff there, and like they always say, only the truth can actually set you free. And the players have to be very honest. We have to do, like I said, this team is not, in terms of quality, not as good as what we had in 1994. So they have to really play together and do Nigeria proud.
The entire world, let me say the universe, let me say the planet Earth is waiting for the kickoff of the 20th edition of the FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Nigeria will be there. Remember, we're African champions, no shaking. We're going to impress. That's all I can say for now until we play that first game against Iran and then push aside Bosnia-Herzegovina, and then whatever happens against Argentina, we'll just take it. But not me. Coach Clemens Vestal believes that it is Argentina and Nigeria. I think we should stay with that. Sports this morning on Channels Television. We'll go on a quick break now. We'll come back. Sepp Blatter is on fire. We'll talk about it when we return. Stay.
Every day you invite us to your home. Now we invite you to our homepage. Join Channels TV on social media. Hang out with us on Google Plus/Channels Television. Follow us on Twitter.com/Channels TV_NG. Friend us on Facebook.com/Channels Forum. And don't forget to like our page. That's not all. Subscribe to our YouTube channels, youtube.com/Channels Web, to get constant video updates on news and events in Nigeria and around the world. ChannelsTV.com, the news at your fingertips.
You're watching sports this morning on Channels Television. We're broadcasting live from our sports center in Lagos, Nigeria. Thanks for joining us again. And if you want to be part of the show, you can be part of the show by sending us a Twitter handle. It's channels_sports. You can also drop your comments, questions, and suggestions on Facebook with Channels sports. What are you talking about? Action-packed world of sports. Remember, it's just one day. I can't stop talking about it. One day to the kickoff of the 2014 FIFA World Cup in Brazil. Tayo, 4 years ago, it was the World Cup in South Africa. 4 years ago.
And it's just one day now. Amazing stuff. Time really flies, and sometimes it can be really scary.
This Sunday flight disappeared.
I like that word better, definitely.
Wow. Okay, let's take a look at what the papers are saying this morning. Front page of the Complete Sports, not far away from what we've been talking about. Super Eagles land in Brazil. Uzoenye flies out aboard South African Airways. Omeru yet to resume Eagles training. That's not a good one.
No, not a good one at all, because the implication of that will be Joseph Yobo partnering with Boabina. A lot of Nigerians are not comfortable with our partnership.
Eagles will deserve a share of FIFA bonus. Yobo insists players only asking for their rights. I think they should have talked about this before leaving for Brazil, because no distractions. Tayo Salam says this is not the right time, and I totally agree. It's not the time for us to be talking about that. So that's it. Let's come back and talk about Sepp Blatter. He's been the FIFA president for like forever.
Yeah.
But now, some guys from Europe says it's about time you should leave.
To pack your bags and go. Nah, but seriously, Blatter, he's been in charge for a long time now. And you have to give him credit where it's due. He's done a very good job in terms of the football governing body. In terms of the economics of the football governing body, they're doing very well. They have great sponsors. The World Cup has been a success. The last few editions. Yeah. So he's done a good job. But recently, I think the issue now is all about Qatar 2022. That's really been an issue, and England especially. They don't like the fact that that World Cup was given to Qatar, and they're actually trying to prove that it was a corrupt process.
I'll just read what Michael van Praag, the president of the Dutch FA, said after that meeting. He says, I told him that this was not a personal attack because I respect him. I know a little bit about him personally. I like him as a person, but the FIFA has an executive president, and an executive president means that you're responsible. You have the final responsibility for what is happening in FIFA.
Yeah.
So it's definitely talking about Qatar and all the corruption claims.
Yeah, all kinds. There's been one corruption allegation to the other under the administration of Blatter, even though him personally has not been found guilty of anything. So you can understand why he's the head, and they believe he should take the fall for these misdemeanors.
Vice chairman of the English FA, David G, was also there. So my personal view is he should have stayed with his comment back in 2011. So I remember when he says, I think he has done some good work over the years. Yes, he's looking at the government structures and what needs to be done going forward. But in my opinion, the government structures need the proper people within them. You can change the structure, but unless you have the right people in it, the structure is irrelevant to me, because Sepp Blatter has stated that it's about time for him to leave.
Wow, it will be very interesting how this pans out. Like, it's come out to say now he's very likely to actually stand for a fifth term in office. Come on. You know, so but what I want to look at is the likely, let's say he bows to the pressure and he gives way. Who's likely to replace him? We have Michel Platini right there. Michel there, he's done a very good job with UEFA. And we had the former Secretary General as well too. I think the name beats me right now. He's come out to say he wants to contest for the elections as well too. But all in all, what we want is for this thing to be settled very well. So whoever takes over from Blatter can continue the good job he's done and try and eradicate all the corruption issues that has plagued this administration.
So that's it. Blatter feeling the heat. Blatter, I don't know what's going to happen. Just in case you leave, thank you so much for bringing the World Cup to Africa.
Yes.
Because we don't know when the World Cup is going to get back to Africa again. Thank you again for making football a beautiful game. But no thanks for the corruption. And then we're still waiting for Sepp Blatter to eat his own banana. Oh, yes.
I don't know about that. Maybe he's at the banana. It's just he hasn't done it in public.
Yeah.
So.
You must eat that banana.
I'm sure he eats a lot of bananas.
Okay, let's leave that. Let's quickly talk about this team. Belgium. Tayo, that's one team that will shock the world at this World Cup.
That's what a lot of people feel. A lot of pundits actually feel Belgium have what it takes. They have the team, they have the quality to go very far in this competition. And you can understand why the players are overflowing from back to front. Courtois in goal, Hazard, Lukaku. It's amazing why all of a sudden the talent.
Company.
Yeah, Vincent Company. Yeah, you know, it's amazing how all of a sudden this is what. Okay, I think we can call them the golden generation for Belgium, and they're all still very young. Apart from the defender Van Boyten, who is above 30. All the other guys are still pretty young in the 20s, and I won't be surprised if they get to the quarterfinals. Semi-finals of this World Cup.
That is what we keep talking about, Tayo. This team stayed quiet, went back for about 5 years, weren't here in Belgium.
Yes.
And then they built a formidable team with their youth system.
Absolutely.
Today.
That's where it came from. That's where it came from. The blueprint was set, and they followed it through. And we can see the results now in this amazing set of players that have come through for Belgium.
That's it, Tayo. Okay, not just football today on the program. Quickly, Tayo, let's talk about the NBA Finals. This was how we started last year. I can see it's almost the same picture. Now it's advantage Spurs 2-1.
It's the same thing. Advantage Spurs, like there's a mistake right there. It's Spurs leading 2-1 over Miami in the series. And what I'm going to say is it's exactly the same. Not almost, it's exactly the same thing. Last year was Spurs won the first game. Miami came back and won. Now Spurs have taken this game. But yesterday when I was talking about the game, I thought Miami haven't won that second game in San Antonio would have consolidated on their own court. That's what I thought. Only for me to see that game yesterday, they were absolutely. It was like they poured water on the heat. Like they couldn't do anything. They totally cooled them on their own court. And quick shout out must go to Kawhi Leonard. 29 points, career high. Was an awesome game for San Antonio.
Awesome game for San Antonio. Let's just see if they can. They won't be shy. At the final, when they see their eyes on the goal already, and then Miami Heat just takes it.
Yeah, like happened last year. They had the title within the grasp, and they let it slip last year in Game 6. I remember vividly, and they had to go to a Game 7, and Miami came out tops in that one. So it will be a very tight one. I think it's going to go to a Game 7 as well.
That's what we want. That's it. That's where the curtain falls on this edition of Sports this morning on Channels Television. But who wants to talk? Who wants to stop talking when the World Cup is here? You can join us on Twitter. We'll go right there now and keep talking. We want you to be part of the conversation. But Channels_Sports. Bring it on. Ever blazing world of sports. That's it on behalf of the ever dedicated sports team at Channels Television Sports Center in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Austin Okonakwan. The World Cup is here. That's more than enough reason for you to keep talking sports. Bye for now.